Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Antoinette and I am a New Zealander currently living in Germany. And recently I've been making a series of videos talking about my life as an expat living in Germany, or a foreigner. You can call me a foreigner because that's what I am. I've been really enjoying talking about my experience in Germany. You guys seem to be enjoying these videos, so I'm going to keep making them. And in this video today, I'm going to be talking about mistakes that I've made while living in Germany. And oh my goodness, I have made a lot of mistakes living here. New Zealand and Germany have a lot of cultural differences. There's a lot of really big cultural differences, and there's also a lot of really subtle cultural differences. And I'm still learning about Germany. I still make mistakes all the time, and I made a lot of mistakes when I first came here. I'm hoping that maybe I can help out some of you and stop you from making the little mistakes that I made. So one of the mistakes that I made when I first came to Germany, and I'm still kind of embarrassed when I think about this, I had no idea about Germany's recycling policy. Germany is very, very strict about recycling. It is actually illegal not to recycle. They are extremely environmentally friendly, and I think this is amazing. This is one of the things I absolutely love about Germany. And coming from New Zealand, we kind of consider ourselves a clean, green country. We like to have that image. But in reality, we could learn a lot from Germany about recycling and being environmentally friendly. We don't really recycle in New Zealand. We're starting to get into recycling a little bit now, but it's only a real kind of recent thing. So in Germany, every single bit of rubbish is separated into categories. There's the paper, there is the biodegradable rubbish, there's the plastic, there's the glass, just everything has its own little section, and it's very ordered, and Germany likes to keep it that way, and I can totally understand why. Everybody follows the rules, and if you don't follow the rules, then you get in trouble. So anyway, skipping back to when I first arrived in Germany, I had absolutely no idea about the German recycling policies. My husband, or my boyfriend at the time, forgot to tell me about Germany's recycling. When I was at his parents' place for dinner, I was helping with the dishes, and I just mixed all of the rubbish together. I just put in the plastic and the biodegradable rubbish, and I think they probably almost had a heart attack when they saw it. And yeah, they kind of told Rob that he should sort of talk to me about recycling and what they do here in Germany, and so he sat me down and told me about Germany's recycling rules. And I was so embarrassed. I felt so ignorant, and I felt so stupid. Okay, so another mistake that I made when I first came to Germany was using my EFTPOS card to pay for something that cost 50 cents. Okay, I can explain this. In New Zealand, we use an EFTPOS card for everything. We don't really carry cash around with us. New Zealand was actually the first country to trial the EFTPOS card. A lot of concepts are actually tested out in New Zealand because we have a very small population. And so yeah, we use EFTPOS cards to pay for everything. Honestly, it doesn't matter if it's 10 cents or, $100. We pay for it with an EFTPOS card, and it's completely normal in New Zealand, and yeah, everyone does it. So when I first came to Germany, I had no idea that people pay for things like smaller items with cash and bigger items normally with an EFTPOS card. I remember vividly going into the supermarket, and I bought a little packet of chewing gum, and that cost 60 or 70 cents, and I tried to pay for it with the EFTPOS card, and the checkout lady looked at me like I was crazy, what are you doing? Hello? And I couldn't work out what was going on, what was the problem, and yeah, she said this is not possible, you can't pay for this with your EFTPOS card, do you have cash? I didn't have cash on me, and yeah, that was kind of that. I had to give back the chewing gum, and I had to walk out without my chewing gum, and I was completely humiliated. There was a big queue that had seen everything that went on. I also, when I first came to Germany, I couldn't speak German, so it was all I had to kind of sort out the problem in English, and that was really, really embarrassing. So another mistake that I made when I first came to Germany, this is kind of embarrassing, not as bad as the last story, but in Germany at the supermarkets, they are very, very fast in the supermarket queues. You have to be so, so fast. They don't pack your groceries for you, and they're just boom, 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 boom. And in New Zealand, it is very, very slow. Honestly, they're just how are you? How's your day going? And you just have a chat with the checkout person, and They pack your groceries, not in all supermarkets, but in some supermarkets they pack your groceries into bags, and it's all a very like slow, pleasant experience. And in Germany it's the complete opposite. So when I first came to Germany, I was expecting to have the same experience as in New Zealand, but instead they were just like boom, 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 boom. And yeah, you just have to be really, really quick. You barely have time to pack your own groceries. And then if you're slow, if you're like too slow, which I was, then the next person will come along and their groceries will just be all mixed with your groceries. And yeah, you just basically have to be super quick, or it's just kind of a nightmare. So yeah, I made that mistake quite a few times when I first came to Germany, and I have now learned to be super quick. You just need to be really, really prepared, and then you're okay. But it takes a lot of getting used to and kind of a lot of practice with being really, really quick. Okay, so another mistake that I made in Germany, and it took me a very, very long time to click onto this and realize that this was a mistake I was making. So in New Zealand, the people are very, very friendly and open, and it is very, very normal to just ask people how they are, how they're going. And you do this like to strangers, not really strangers on the street, but more like acquaintances and people at the supermarket, and you know, the receptionist at the doctor's office, and just kind of, you know, a lot of people will just say like, hi, how's it going? How are you? And we don't really expect like a big reply. It's just kind of like, hi, how are you? Oh, good, thanks. And then you just move on. And yeah, it's just sort of out of habit we do this. And in Germany, there's a saying called "Wie geht es dir?" And I just thought that you went around saying this all the time in Germany, and I learned that that is actually not the case. Wie geht es dir has kind of like, it has the same meaning, but it's not thrown around as loosely as it is in New Zealand. Okay, for example, just say I'm dropping Amelia off at kindergarten, and I see another kindergarten mum also dropping her child off, and I don't know this lady very well, but I do see her like most days, and I would just say to her, hi, how are you? Wie geht es dir? And I soon learnt that I didn't get the same response as I would get in New Zealand. So the typical response I would usually get would be a look of confusion, and then they would kind of stop and start explaining exactly how they are. Like, oh, I'm not actually doing that good, you know, I've got a bit of a backache. I would like literally be 10 minutes talking to this person about, you know, how they are. So if you ask a German how they are, they take it very, very literally. And it's not just a passing comment, you know. I found this so funny, and it took me a long time to kind of realize that this was what was happening. Yeah, if you ask a German how they are, you need to kind of have a lot of time on your hands. So another mistake that I made in Germany was smiling at strangers too much. In New Zealand, we just like walk around smiling at people. And in Germany, when I first came, I did this, like on the street, you know, you'd walk past somebody and you'd give them a big smile, and people would look at me like I was absolutely crazy, like, what do you want from me? Why are you smiling at me? Kind of get away. Also, if it was a guy that I'd smile at, they'd kind of get the wrong idea and think that I was hitting on them, when really I was just smiling. And that's just something we do in New Zealand. It is something everyone does. And in Germany, you know, people do maybe smile a little bit sometimes. You know, if you've got kids or something with you, people will kind of smile, and that's a reason for them to smile at you, because you'll have kids with you. But if you're just kind of on your own, it's not common for people to like smile at each other in Germany. I learned this pretty soon after arriving in Germany, that people keep to themselves more, and you don't really smile very much at strangers. So guys, there have been a lot of mistakes that I've made since living in Germany, and a lot of mistakes that I continue to make. I'm still learning every day about the German culture. I really hope you found this video amusing. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love you to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I also have an Instagram account that I recently made public, and I post a lot of photos about my life in Germany, so feel free to follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!